Welcome to Pacific Love. Today is the 5th edition of 10 Life Hacks with PVC. Let's begin. Are your front steps really hard to see at night? Or is your back porch a little too dark for a gathering? Well, I have a great PVC life hack for you. I took some cheap dollar store solar lights and created these awesome PVC stands. The main tube of the lights slid right through a 1/2-inch T connector, which I then connected to some elbows. The lengths of the PVC will depend on the length where you will use them, but they are easy to make. And since they are solar charged, you can put them about anywhere the sun shines. Do you have a collection of shoes that just kind of gets in the way and you wish you had a way you could just move them, maybe get them off the floor? I have a great way to do that. Well, here I've used some 1/2-inch PVC and fittings to create a wall shoe rack. Now, I have 4 elbows on each side, and this pipe here is about 4 inches long. I also have a 1 1/4 and a 1 1/4 to hold these elbows together. Now, being that walls here in the US, the studs are about 16 inches apart. I have measured from corner here to corner here, and it's roughly 16 inches. So this bar you'll just have to trim and get it to the right size. I've also taken a drill and put a couple holes in the ends so that we can hang this on the wall. I'll show you how it works. Now I have a couple nails. I put one in here and one here to about 16 inches apart so it'll fit the holes. And sometimes you have to play with them to get them to fit. And there we go. Now you can take your shoes and you can put them in here. So now you have a way to store your shoes on the wall, and you can also stick some shoes underneath. And you can make multiple layers, and that way you can run up the wall and you're not taking up floor space. Do you have a child that just likes to stack their books on the floor? Well, I have a great idea for you. This is a nice bookshelf for the floor. Now I have a 4-way. All these pipes in the middle here are all 3-inch. I have a couple corner connectors here and here, and then a 90-degree. This creates a nice little wall for this side. On the other side, it's a little bit different. I have 90-degree angle elbows here. These 3-inch, a 4-way, and I have 6-inch pipes down here. The reason for that is that now, in my case, this is sloping to the left, which makes it easy for books to just be put up there quickly. They all lean to the left. They're not going to fall out. That's a great way to store your books on the floor. Have you ever bought a container full of bungee cords and then you go to use them and it just, well, it's a pain because everything's mixed with each other, everything's hung on each other, and it's hard to even get out of the container, let alone try and organize exactly the one you want. Well, I have a good way to fix this. Here is a 4-inch piece of PVC pipe that I've put the bungee cords on one end, and now I've made holes in different spots depending on the length of the bungee cords. Even the small ones fit well, and that's a great way to organize all your bungee straps. Also, in some of the spare area that I had down here, I put one of my straps, and you can do that in several different places here, and that's a great way to get your straps out of the way too. This would be a great idea to maybe store in the back of your pickup truck toolbox, or just in your garage, or just you can hang it on the wall anywhere. If you like to work in a garage, whether it's on the car or on one of your lawnmowers or just your tools in general, you will need rags. So, you don't want to leave your rags just out anywhere, but you still need to have easy access to them. Well, I got this 4-inch piece of PVC pipe that I took a 3-inch hole saw and I cut a nice little hole in it. Now you can mount this anywhere, whether it's on the wall or on the table. You have easy access, but you can take your rags here, you wad them up, and just throw them on the top, and it slides down. Then you can just come down here and you can easily pull out whatever rags and however many rags you need, and have easy access to them, and they stay out of their way. With springtime just around the corner, you're going to think about getting some plants. Well, maybe you like these old used basic pots, or maybe you're getting tired of them and you just want something a little bit nicer, but yet still simple and still easy that you can move around and possibly decorate a little bit easier than these. Well, I got something great for you. I took a piece of 3-inch PVC pipe and I've cut it down into 3 pieces. And if you notice, 2 of them are about 8 inches, one of them is about 6 inches long. And we're going to take the 2 larger ones and put them behind the smaller one to give it almost like a stepped look. First, we're going to cement all 3 of these together real carefully, making sure everything's nice and even and level so that everything stands flush on the floor of the table or wherever we might go. We're also going to get some PVC test caps, and these are going to go in the bottom of each of the pipes, and that way the dirt can stay in and you can put a couple holes in them and let the water drain out. The great thing about these being PVC is that you can move them around easily. You don't have to worry about them getting broken easily. You can also paint them and you just put them about anywhere. You ever been playing around at a lake or a river or something, you accidentally drop your keys in? Well, if you're in a nice clean pool like this, you could easily see your keys. But when you're at the river, people splashing around, or the lake, pool, people splashing around, it's hard to see down in there. Well, a viewer by the name of Tracker came up with this great idea that he gave me. This is a 4-inch piece of PVC pipe that I've painted the inside black so that you can easily see through it. On the other end is just a 2-liter bottle that I've cut apart and I silicone to it. And that will allow you to now stick the pipe under the water, and it doesn't matter how much splashing everybody else makes, you can still easily see to the bottom of the water, and now you can find your keys or whatever else you may have dropped. If you ever happen to be at the beach or in a pool or something where there's a bunch of water and you're real thirsty, you want something to drink, but if you accidentally put it in the water, oh boy, you just lost it. Well, I have a great way to fix that. This is, you can call it a cup holder, can holder, whatever you like. I have a 4-way, this is all 1/2-inch PVC. I have a 90 degree, a 90 degree, and a little extra piece of PVC here. And I got some 1 1/4-inch length pipe in here to hold everything nice and flush. Now, I did this on all 4 outlets of the 4-way. And to hold it out of the water, we're going to use these nice little water bottles that you can get just about anywhere. The great thing about it, they're inexpensive. And if for some reason the water still tries to seep past it, you can put a little tape right around all 4 edges there. Set this down in the water. Notice it floats quite well just by itself. Now let's see if it'll hold a nice full cup. And there you go. Just free floating all around there in a nice full cup. Now you don't have to worry about your drinks getting waterlogged, for that matter. Have fun at the pool. If you happen to have an old door, particularly the solid wood type, maybe like a front door, something that is fully solid wood, not the thin stuff, I can show you a great way to turn it into a nice sturdy table. If you go to the plumbing section of the hardwood store, now you can find one of these fittings. These are usually used for like your toilets. The great thing about them is you can then bolt these straight to your door, and then you can take some PVC and you can slide it right over. This happens to be a 4-inch pipe, which is really, really heavy duty. But the great thing about these fittings, not only will 4-inch fit on the outside of it, but 3-inch will fit on the inside of it. That way you can have a little more diversity in the size of the legs you want. Now that is a great way to turn an old door into a nice table. A friend of mine sent me this awesome picture of this mailbox that she spotted in her own town. Now looking closer, it looks like it is using about 6-inch pipes in the elbow, and it looks like they added a custom door and a flag on the side. Well, I guess if you don't want a regular mailbox, or maybe if you're a plumber, this is a great way to use PVC for a mailbox. Also, don't forget, you will have to bury something in the ground to hold this up. So I'm guessing it's using probably about the standard 4x4, probably braced with something. But overall, this is a very cool project. Now, if you have any good ideas for uses with PVC, please list them in the comments and you might be mentioned in the next video. Have fun building.